Oh, this next guy. While making Orlando and non-Orlando sketches that have accumulated millions of views, you may have seen him, and then again, probably not, because the internet's a big place, you know what I'm saying? You may have heard him on the radio, but again, maybe not, because everyone's listening to fucking podcasts. And you may have seen him doing stand-up comedy, but probably not lately, because pandemics kill live entertainment, or so he says. He is the current 3-time winner of the Orlando Weekly Comedian of the Year acknowledgement, but you probably don't know that either. Anyway, please just welcome Rauce Padgett. And Rauce, we can't hear you.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking, right?
Oh, Rauce has got his shirt off as well.
Well, I figured that guy got $75.
Money, who'll give $75 for Rauce to put his shirt back on?
Yeah, see, there it is. We can raise money somehow. I'm either $20 or $75 for the shirt back on. I know what my body is. My question for you, fine gentlemen, who likes whole milk? Because, my God. Everyone hates the 1%, but what do you guys think about 2%? Look at that.
See, you're making fun of yourself, but you're like totally my cup of tea, as you will.
All right.
No.
Then I'm gonna switch to scam.
Yeah. I like how I'm Wanzi's oolong. That makes me happy.
I was really upset when we were trying to get a hold of you for the tech call, and you said you were sorry you were unavailable, but you were working out. And I'm like, oh no, don't mess up that perfect body.
Yeah, no, it's like the 4th time I've worked out in my life. So any interruption actually was, I needed it. I needed that.
Well, for those of you who are Fringe goers, you might know that Rauce is the very popular late night host of Tonight at Midnight, the show that goes on Fridays and Saturday nights, late night at Fringe, which is, I think, the first time you and I shared the stage together. Isn't that correct?
It is, and you got me VIP express pass tickets to the pumpkin patch.
Yeah. Well, that was more Michael Marinaccio's doing than mine.
Yeah, but I loved it. It's of legend. It's legendary. Your pumpkin. So if the people who are watching who don't know, for you to go down to the pumpkin patch, that means you got to slide off your kicks and let Wanzi become the mayor of your feet, and he just starts going to town and starts getting in there. Video. Oh my God. It was the only time I ever wanted to smoke a cigarette on stage was when I was in the middle of that pumpkin patch. I'll tell you what.
Well, it'll always be a fond memory of mine too, Rauce. Listen, you started out your career kind of at Universal Studios as well, correct?
I did, yeah. The first thing I was in animated. Shout out to people who are in fur. That was my first big taste of entertainment, and although I wanted to talk and I didn't because I really enjoyed that job, it was a massive I learned so much from being able to perform in silence
inside a costume, a fur costume. But then you did get to do a face character, and I know they have rules where you can't always say what character you did, but I want to hear that voice. So how do we handle that?
Yeah, you got. How about this? This will do. Who wants to hear my President Trump impression?
There you go.
Yeah, right? Yeah, this is my President Trump impression. This should answer your question. Like zoink, Scoob. See what I'm saying there? That's my Trump. A lot of people don't think it's spot on, but that's my Trump impression and the answer to your question.
Yeah. Your hair is the most combed I've ever seen it. I'm a little disappointed.
That's just that happened because I took off my shirt and I think a sleeve caught it and then brought it on the right.
Well, so how did you decide that you were going to get into stand-up comedy?
Great question, and hopefully a good answer coming to you. I went to a theme park audition, And halfway through the monologue, I just thought, nah, I'm not going to get this job. I remember in the middle of acting out this monologue and going, I ain't shit. Like, this is not good. I knew it, and I had to go find a stage, because being on a stage is a priceless education, and there's only one avenue that I was aware of that would just let you up on a stage, and that's open mic comedy. I did that for 2 or 3 years, and it just built my confidence up. I was getting some laughs here and there, and next thing I knew, I had a tight 5. And I went into that same audition room with a lot of confidence. Dare I say too much, because I just thought the people across like, you guys haven't told jokes in a coffee shop and got heckled by a coffee grinder. This isn't nothing. This is nothing to me now. And then that's the mentality that I booked
ended
my
up
first
being
acting.
President Trump.
Yeah, and that's how I got to be President Trump for
Where
Universal Studios.
Where was your first open mic? Whose show?
It was at Best of British. That was ran by another local theme park actor, Kevin White, who I've actually since then done a lot of shows out of state with him. We did a couple shows in Georgia and I think like South Carolina, Alabama. But he was having an open mic. Best of British, may it rest in peace. It's no longer there. And my intention the first time I ever did stand-up was that I wanted to bomb. Because every comedian is telling me, like, yo, bombing is the absolute worst. So I was like, well, let's just get the hard part out of the way.
Okay.
And it's a strange decision looking back on it to go, first time, I'm going to do terrible. Here we go. I even wrote a joke that would bomb.
Which was?
What's funny about cancer? Absolutely nothing. That was my first joke. That was the first joke I ever wrote.
I think that's hysterical.
I mean, it's
in the context of bombing.
Yeah, in the context of bombing. Yeah, trying to do bad. But there wasn't even a lot of people there. I don't think there's a Webster dictionary definition of bombing, because you guys have seen it too. I'm sure a lot of singers and actors go out and they come off stage and like, I did great. And you look at them and you're like, no, you did bad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We would never.
And so everyone has their own gear of bombing. There's no absolute definition. But little did I know, you can't bomb on your first time, at least in my interpretation of the term, because you don't have good material yet. Once you have trusted and laugh-proof material, then you go out and none of it works.
That's bombing.
That's bombing right there. Especially you got 15 more minutes to go. You're getting paid to do 45. Woo-wee!
Well, listen, you sent us a clip. It's a very short clip. It's only about 2 minutes long, but clearly in this clip, you own the goddamn stage, and you are out there with complete and total confidence. Where is this, at the Improv, correct?
Yes, this is the off of I Drive, the Orlando Improv.
Well, let's give a look at how you appear on stage nowadays, Rich.
Whenever white people see a Spanish word, we think we can put on some Spanish zest on the pronunciation, and it is embarrassing every time. I fall guilty of it too. I brought my friend to Chipotle. It was her first time at Chipotle, and I introduced the menu, and I go, yeah, they have chicken, they have steak, they have barbacoa. And carnitas. Fuck, why did I say it like that, dude? And here's the thing, white people, that's the only accent we do that with. Only the Spanish accent. If I showed you my car out in the garage, I wouldn't go, yeah, that's what I drive, that's my car. I drive a Mitsubishi. It's the only accent we do that with. We need to cut that out, white people. Straight up. Here's another white peopleism. Here comes a white person factoid. White people have been stealing black people's culture for a very long time. Thank you. You don't believe me? I implore you to go home tonight and check out the documentary, Bring It On. That is a powerful film, Brown. It will change your perception, man.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
And that's how you do it, clearly.
Right? There's some stand-up for you.
Long way from that cancer joke, yeah.
A very long way.
Well,
An
you know,
I-4 length.
It's amazing I still even talk to you because, in effect, you are responsible for ending a 20-year-long career stint. For 20 years, the Monday Movie Review with Wanzi and Doug was the comedy relief on the Phillips File. And when Jim Phillips retired, another Jim, I can't remember his name, took over that time spot and elected not to have Doug and I on anymore and brought you on for comic release. So thank you for kicking me to the curb.
No, you stop that. I didn't kick you to the curb. I threw you out in the trash. No, it's what you did for radio was absolutely amazing. That's when I first got integrated with Real Radio 104.1. I started listening to every show and seeing what was working, and to be honest with you, what was not working. Your bit that you had for such a long time on the Phillips File, that it was bulletproof. You and Doug are absolute pioneers of this entertainment scene. And the one thing that does bother me though is like I just told a younger entertainer like, yeah, I'm doing this onesie thing. And he's 22 and he goes, what is a onesie? He thought it was he thought it was like a cleaning thing or something. I was like, no,
and there's no short answer to that question.
It's for your your feet.
Yeah, ShamWow, from the creators of ShamWow, we'd like to introduce you to the onesie. It's amazing. But I always try to tell younger performers about the people, because that fascinates me. My favorite entertainer of all time is Johnny Carson. I mean, he's before my time. But I always have this infinite amount of respect, and I think every young performer should find that infinite amount of respect for people who have been doing it longer and set out, the road that they're now walking down on.
Your acknowledgement of Johnny Carson is evidenced in your. I know it's Orlando Fringe, and people may think it's only local, whatever, but your emceeing of that show is on a par with any late night TV host that's on right now. I am amazed. I go every chance I get, and I think you're just phenomenal at it. I really do, honestly do. And I gotta say this. No disrespect to Jim Colbert or anyone. Dirty known him. He's a better friend.
Yeah.
But you're the fucking best thing on that goddamn show. And
thanks, brother.
My only regret about that show, well, not the only one, but my main regret about that show is your humor is so fast and so sophisticated that honest to God, I feel like 50 time right over their heads. They don't even realize you're being funny, and they have missed a golden opportunity to let you, you'll have your own show one day, I have no doubt.
Oh man, it would be a huge honor. And going back to that late night host show of Tonight at Midnight, that has been the biggest honor of my life. That late night talk show, I hope that the future doesn't forget about what those shows have contributed to American entertainment. So when I got asked to do it, I've done some really cool shit in my life. That is without a doubt the coolest thing I've ever been asked to do. I feel very lucky and truly blessed, but I take that as serious as I possibly can because it gave me a new definition of being honored to do something.
And it wasn't when Jeff Jones and I invited you to perform at the Starlight Room at Savoy?
Unfortunately, it was great. That was a fun one. I enjoyed it. But that late night talk show at Fringe, because every Fringe around this planet has one of those. In Orlando, we had the midnight, we had the midnight cabaret, but there wasn't anything that was 6 or 7 nights. Right. So I've seen a lot of them. I've been to Edmonton's late night talk show, And I'm over here taking notes going, man, that works really well. How can we integrate what they're throwing down? It's truly a passion. It's my girlfriend's stand-up comedy tonight at midnight, in that order.
Well, good. Well, listen, I think our time has about come to an end. We were thrilled to have you. Thank you for taking your shirt off. That was an added bonus we didn't expect.
Yeah, there you go.
For me, please.
The milk buffet is always open. What'd you just request of me?
Mess up your hair.
Okay, here we go.
So you look normal. There you go. There's the shaggy blood. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's Trump.
Anything you have to say? Parting words, Ross.
Check me out on Real Radio 104.1 on the Jim Colbert Show. I'm the young guy on that show.
During the time we used to be on.
Yes, 3 to 7. But shout out to you, Wanzi. You are truly a pioneer in Central Florida, and I know I tell all the compliments about you, because people need to know where Orlando comedy and entertainment came from so we can see where to go in the future. Big believer of that. And also, check out this link. Donate money to this link, because we need to keep our actors still acting. Because if we don't have our actors acting in Orlando, we become Kissimmee. You don't want that. All right.
And on that note, we'll say goodbye.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you too. Thank you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.